Okay, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Club here. Back today, pretty much right up where we left off. I'm sitting here exporting my entire 160 track, 62 track Timecode party number 2 playlist. I have one track here, which is analyzed, which is this Busset track. Right here, got 10 cue points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yes, and then 3 hot cues loaded.
At this point, we still did not have power to.
So that's just exporting, which is going to take a whole minute. Oh, well, I'm just sitting and having some coffee. Howdy, Facebook, and chilling. Since there's pretty much not much more I can do at the moment. While I wait for this one to export, we'll probably move some stuff around, probably do some racks inside and whatnot. Probably move stuff around a little bit in my actual main rack. Whatnot.
What's up, everyone? It's Christian Jackson here. Whether you're playing. Morning, everybody. It's official. Navigating your file.
Well, I guess. Sure. So yeah, so we're just kind of hanging around, waiting about per se. So I'm gonna wait for this to export, which is gonna take a while, but really I should have just copied my library locally and then just exported the one file which I have queues on and hot queues out, because I've just processed one file in the record box so far, which is Busset by Sage the Gremlin, feed Chris Brown. Which is the only one I've really done any kind of track analyzing work to.
It just so happened that my dad was in town for the
weekend. Yeah.
My dad has no experience in event production or stage lighting.
So that's kind of where we are.
But he's always been
so yeah. So I guess I'll update you guys along the way. Also gonna see if I can find out a smart way with some adapters and shit to. Or well, did I find that cable? Yes, I have that one cable down in there. To kind of run timecode back and forth into some audio cards and run some timecode LTC for Resolume and MIDI timecode for Grandme and stuff like that. So we'll see what it all works out to. We'll see. Okay, so I've got my audio card and stuff set up.
I could be unboxing an MA3 right now, but the truth of the matter is that MA2 has, I would estimate at least another 6 to 8 years of really strong use.
We have a SIMD timecode. For that one we do. But the one thing we do not have at the moment is MA timecode, which can be a few reasons why.
So many emails people have.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, I know why. Duplicate tracks. Because you see here, you are going to be a no output doorbell item properties. You're just going to be, or not item properties, source properties. You're just going to be a frame rate 30 FPS LTC. Second track is going to be a source properties FTC MIDI timecode that's going to be routed to my Grandme MIDI. And bada bing bada boom, we got MIDI timecode. But for some reason my SIMD is not working or outputting now for some semi-obvious reasons, and I have no idea why. Audio device settings. Built-in output. Apply. Okay.
So, and then those little tails off the back, those are 5 to 3 adapters. And let me just show you. But the reason that I have to use 5 to 3 adapters occasionally is because the DMX.
Well, but that means I can now close this audio MIDI setup stuff.
But just simply not the case.
Because that is just running in the background, working, doing its thing. So that is fine. But we do not have an MTC output.
Budget-minded manufacturers of.
I have a MIDI time code. But very low output SIMT. Why is my SIMT output so low all of a sudden? Well, if I do that, then SIMT input is no problem, okay? I don't know what that's all about, but now it's working. So now we got our SIMT time code going into my audio interface, going into Resolume, and then I got my MTC track going into Grandma. We can see that even better if I go on my third monitor and I head into timecode and SK monitor. So there we got our MIDI timecode in. That's kind of interesting because technically speaking I made my timecode pools yellow. Store to timecode, yes. Good. So we got now timecode working in both MA and Resolute. And then we would have a second stream of timecode coming in here. But as Reaper providing timecode for both Resolute and that one. So now I'm gonna save this file as a timecode code SIMD and LT and MTC.
This video a little bit short today just because I have so much work to do and I'm stressing
Boom.
out as it is already. So
that way I have a pre-made file for that, and now I know my MIDI stuff works, so I can just import it.
And if you want to come to the show, hit me up. Also,
So yeah,
a lot more
then that's
If
working.
you want to know what's going on, Snapchat and Twitter.
So we. Okay, I'm back.
Get this thing started.
You maybe ask what the clock is. Well, 5:24 a.m. Where did we leave off? Probably around 7. I fell pretty hard asleep. Not too hard though. I did wake up around 1 a.m. Which was like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, I mean it was 6 hours. But I mean just laying on the sofa here, relaxing a little more, whatnot. For some reason, this USB drive did not handle record box exporting very well, because it's just disconnected itself by some obvious reasons. I think if I can get her to work again, I'm just going to transfer over the actual record party number 2 folder and then just pop it onto this machine and just import it, because I don't think I have but maybe I do. And I mean, it hasn't changed since the first time I exported it. Music, playlists, nope, it hasn't even changed. Wait. Okay. Never mind then. Then I'll pop it to record box and just do some settings real quick. So I do not need related iTunes, SoundCloud, Beatsport. I do not need any of that. Search on mobile, I do not need that one either. And the Explorer is the local, right?
It's hard to say if this
Yes.
is going to be a long-term solution, but after doing the streaming thing really regularly,
I do not need that one either because I'm gonna just be importing everything.
I think I've got enough
Okay,
data.
good. Audio analysis. Or well, I need to be on view, I think. Yes, RGB and full waveform. Thank you. Hot Q is CTJ. Audio. Just really bad there. It should be whatever out really. I'll probably just run it out through that one. Input output text doesn't really matter. It's only the master output. Oh god, Jesus. I bet to have opened the record box. Normal BPM grid. Auto analysis enabled. Controller we do not have connected. Advanced. No. DVJs, we do not have any DVJs, so that doesn't matter. Which means we're just gonna go right into playlist. I'm gonna create a new playlist called Night Core Party NR2. And then we're gonna open this schlonkadonk over here. Go into here, smack all the songs, and boom, pop them into record box. My grid range is probably going to be 128 until 256 because most of the stuff we're doing here is pretty fast.
So I figured I would go through, show you guys what kind of gear I'm using to make these streams. And
also we're gonna use a hot mini analyzing, which is not a problem. Well, I mean, they're certainly gonna use a hot time if record box keeps crashing. That's
like I said,
yeet. So yes, that's now analyzing, and I got everything set up. As far as LTC and MTC goes, you can see there we got our LTC, which goes into the Resolume. And then I got my MTC, or BD type code if you will, coming into MA2. So now really what I need to do is build myself my own timecode rack. For basically getting, well, we're gonna have two timecode ins. We're gonna have two timecodes ins. Then one timecode is gonna go into the distrippolizer. Okay, back here real quick, just inside the Photoshop here real quick, just to kind of show you guys my plan without me having to try and edit out and piece together what I tried to say in the video. Now, this is not a done set deal yet. The Grandmay 1 network processing unit may be changed out with something like a old PC node or actual just normal DMX node or whatnot, depending on what I decide to do. If I decide to order a MA2 console, a Lite from AliExpress, which, well, I know some of you guys are going to say that's probably not a good idea, but here we are. I muted that second mic, yes. But basically what this consists of is a rack shelf, which is going to have a audio interface, in this case the Persona Studio 24C, a mic splitter, this is just an IMG stage time one, and a Rosendahl MIF 4. And then up in between here, there will be a network switch that will be jammed up in there. And then, well, the node or whatnot, and then a cyber power UPS. This one in particular is the OR 650 ERM 1 UGR. It's a 230 volt. Its input voltage range is actually 165 to 271. So auto sensing, yes. Both 50 and 60, so I could actually run this on a 60 hertz system if I wanted to. Its capacity is 650 volt amps, 360 watts. Which means it would probably last for a little while. Anywho, so basically this is the patch panel. I can pull the patch panel up, the bigger form right here. So this is also based off one of Christian Jackson's design, but we have a 240 volt, 50 hertz power con in and through. The through is probably going to be battery backup, because probably what I'll do is use that power con out and then make just like a power strip to just have laying out front of the house, and then just have a power con end on it instead of a normal wall plug, and then plug that one into there so I can have like my laptops and potential audio console maybe, or stuff like that, which stuff that doesn't have an internal UPS. The Grand MA to the MA2 Lite does have an internal battery backup or UPS, so it wouldn't be. You could, but it's not healthy to plug a UPS into a UPS. So preferably, you would not plug the MA2 into this UPS or into this plug, unless you move it to a surge plug, which this one doesn't even have. So, good luck, have fun. Then we have timecode in A and timecode in B. So that is gonna be our left, right, 3.5 mil to 2 XLR males from Resolume or Reaper or whatever in. Then timecode A is just going to go straight to the audio interface. Timecode B is going to go through that splitter, and one line is going to go into the interface. So we got both timecode A and timecode B going into the audio interface. Or no, wait, now I need to think. So timecode A goes into the Rosendahl MIF. Then the output of the Rosendahl MIF goes into the audio interface. And then the second timecode in goes into the mic splitter. And then one line goes to the audio interface, and then the other one comes back out through our timecode out, which is then LTC going over to the MA. That's how that works. Then we got the USB, which is going to handle our Rosendahl MIF 4 and our audio interface. 1 gigabit fiber Nutric Opticom if we're running a fiber run from stage to front of house. If it's a long run, it's multi-mode, so we can, I believe it's multi-mode, so we can run pretty far without a problem, and then just 7 normal Ethercon that works out. So that's pretty much how this entire scenario is ran. Now back to the video. Because, I do really want a console. It's just that they're so darn expensive. Which was why I was thinking about maybe buying a Commander Wing, and well, I'm thinking about renting a Commander Wing for like a week. But because it's now been Easter and stuff, Trondheim Lyd hasn't gotten back to me. And yes, I think it's either called Trondheim Lyd or Sound. But they also do lighting, funnily enough. Grand MA mainly. They have everything from elation, washes, to moving heads, vipers, pointies, whatnot. We're using some Martin Vipers, I believe, or not Martin Vipers, but quantum washes, all the yes, I was gonna have a look at that, but Neko Live. Tech and IRL. View videos. Then we just need to scroll back to a few months ago. Come on. So here we got some SP700s. Subs we were using. And I believe SP100 was the tops we were using. So we have the RX12s which were used for monitors. There you see some of the flat par washes we had. So yes, that's what the RX12. Then we got this one right here, which is a excellent HD. I believe those are well, we could actually figure out, funnily enough, if I just head into setup, patch and fixture schedule, just add a new dummy layer, and we just go in here and search X-LED Bright Norway, or PR Lighting actually, is I think it was Bright Norway, maybe. Well, typical they put it over, but yes, these are the X-LEDs we were using. I can't see which channel information they were using, because when I was in there and showed you guys around the power distro for the stage, besides from like the front lighting, and you know, of course, the roof lights and the crowns in the house, which is obviously hardwired, but it can be DMX controlled if you want to. So we're just using normal power con through one in and out, and then DMX 5 pin in and out. Those were scattered around the stage. Maybe I should create a file and just play around here. So here we have a Martin so
then we have some of these bars, and then up here we got some Martin Rush MH7.
Rush, yes, the Rush MS. Rush MS H7 hybrid. So 001 21 footprints, MH7 hybrids. So those are those. So those were that ones.
And hybrid.
We were using,
as well as some other Q
and then we have more Q washes. Those I think are Martin ones as well.
As well as some other Q washes. And then we got these disco balls back here, which is also getting blasted on. And then as far as back...
So yeah, I should really send a message to the main... I should really send a mail or a Google chat message to the one that was mainly responsible for the lighting. Just kind of ask for a fixture and patch list, if they still have it.
All this is coming from the house.
I just need to figure out whom. I just have to go through the tech packet or whatnot for Tudicom 2022 and see who was the actual main lights responsible.
And this is the main power distro, and this is the main power distro going up.
So yeah.
Smoke machine right.
Smoke machine right there. Let's have a fog geyser. Then we got down here these nodes, which I believe I took a picture of. These are, I believe, ArtNet nodes.
Under there we got lightning.
Because I think for this set, one commander rig should have been enough as far as parameters go. This ain't a big parameter stage as far as I would say. And you know, the normal dimmer plus minus is ones are just like one parameter controlling the house light, so...
Those are back here, and then the rest of back line is just all this stuff. So
that's where we were as far as lightning goes. Then well, here you have
So
from the
front
house,
light is pretty much
where we have the Virus Pro 2 Compact. I was going to try and show you guys some of the software for it, but I never got it to fire up on my Mac, so I can try and fire up my older MacBook. See if I can get that one to run Pro 2 Compact with Leopard, which is a little more designed to run this old software. And trust me, I'm not saying that it ain't good. Trust me, the Pro 2 Compacts and stuff, even though we got the Midas heritage nowadays, the Pro 2 and Pro 3 Compacts still play a major role in event production. You see, this is 2022 and we're using a Pro 2 Compact. And the main reason for us using a Pro 2 Compact, which is a Pro-like console instead of something like an M32 or X32, is because how the snake configurations are configured in this house, because most of it is Super Mac and not AES50, which means we had to have a Super Mac compatible console in order to be able to route signal without having to run a analog snake all the way down to the stage. And besides, the local I/O on these consoles, unless you have reconfigured it, is usually only 8 inputs and 8 outputs. Done deal, finito finato. So yeah, so that's why we needed a Pro Series console for getting that out. So yeah, I'm gonna, if I go to record this here, which I'm hoping I go, by any luck I'm actually getting moved over to sound and audio, so then I'll definitely create a better video for you guys. That will probably be over on Stage K, Lights and Sound though. Then we got one ThinkPad from Trolleblood, which were the ones that were controlling all of this stuff. We'll try to see if I can try the Pro 2 Compact. And here we have the Granimate to on PC Commander Wing, and a ELO just on PC, just like standalone touchscreen computer, whatnot. So as you can see, I selected all the fixtures and set them high or full, but they had turned up off the power distro for most of the lights on stage. Yeah, so that's the Commander Wing. That's actually the first time I've used, or no, actually not. Wait, no, actually not. That's the second time I've used a Commander Wing. I did use a Commander Wing back in 9th grade, and I believe also 10th grade, during our New Year's Eve, like high school or elementary school dances, whatnot. I was responsible for the lights controlling, so I have actually used the Commander Wing one or two times earlier, actually, funnily enough. So yeah.
I was a little bummed out about
Okay, we are back, and I'm sitting here working on my effects generator stuff. So basically what I'm doing is now creating all the queues, or executors, for my color 1 and my color 2 for the effects generator.
we started testing it.
Working on number 2 now, haven't done number 1 yet, but basically what we're doing is that we have this low effects and this high effects, which is then an effect which is actually applied to. So basically when we have, say, strip active, it applies low and high effect to that fixture.
Directly ingested into my setup.
And basically what we're doing is that we're just copying our preset with this one. We're just copying our color presets to our low and high effects presets.
Don't get my hopes up like that.
So I'm currently just copy pasting that
Hey Nicholas, what's up?
into here.
Freezes the one. See, this is what you guys miss when you don't watch all the streams. By the way,
Now the one thing I have not been able to set up yet is the CTO and the CTB color, so that's something I'm gonna have to work on.
I'm exaggerating. I was up at, I went to bed at like...
And well, the direct box, not having a great time. I tried to use it to get the
8:30 or 9.
balanced output. for my first timecode signal, but that did not go to plan.
Yes, I have.
So yeah,
Kind of what the solution is right now.
I can show you guys what I mean.
Parsec, it's very low latency.
What I did was that I ran our input right here. Then I ran an output from there into you for getting our second timecode, and then this one for getting our
We're gonna go for like another 15 minutes. I think we pretty much went over the whole setup. I think.
first
Yeah, I'm truly missing events.
timecode.
I don't know if you can tell or not, but I wish I was doing.
And the thing is, when I play back the timecode in the Reaper, you can see we got inputs on both.
No, not
But
yet.
if you look at our timecode pool,
Patrons know about.
or are you happy now?
I've got a new project that the whole reason I've been staying up super late.
I mean, you're obviously happy because you're LTC, so that obviously is happy, but
And it sounds like we may have.
if Resolube is happy, however, that's
like
okay,
actual
excuse me.
Shows with production.
If Resolube is happy, that's another question.
Is Twitch the best streaming site to DJ on? It depends. There's only.
Since
one
that's
streaming
just
service
BD
that
time
can
code.
Avoid getting copyright struck or muted. Mixcloud. Mixcloud is the only streaming site where.
Well, we don't even have time
not
code.
be taken down. Twitch will still take you down or mute you, or mute your VOD.
Or view.
But Twitch is better
CBT
than
toolbar?
YouTube and or Facebook. That's for certain.
Okay, so now, so now the direct box is gonna work fine for having my CBT go through. Now my CBT, it's fine.
You just watched 1 minute and that happens. I'm sorry, hello from Oregon. What's up? Just across the.
Okay, alright. Okay, I'm not gonna question shit.
About events, just hanging out with people who are all kind of
Fine,
in the same mindset
alright, no problem.
and having like daily problems to figure out. It really. I didn't even talk about peripherals.
So now I'm gonna do this
If you're
one,
interested in like the monitors that I use or what that light is.
which is gonna be, well, the same thing. Only that we're gonna do it at 100, because this is the,
what exact model panels those are.
this is the low
what type of
effect.
monitor that is, and what the little monitor, what the speaker is, all that stuff. But yeah, the thing I miss the most for sure is it's kind of like having the camaraderie of showing up at a venue.
Oh no,
Like,
I
first of all,
just now realized one thing I forgot to
You
do.
kind of have to start every day thinking about the night before. You can't put this into proper
You need to do
context.
/merge in order for it to
The night
work.
before, you were up until 1 a.m. packing the show up, and thankfully I don't have to do that much hard labor. But still, it's a lot of work to pack up front of house and.
Which means I'm gonna have to do that on all my high effects as well.
But you know, go to bed on moving bus.
So yeah, so I'm going to be sitting around here playing with this 850 Fedora market is still open. I may order some stacks, and then we'll see what happens.
I'm sure. I see my phone.
I guess I can also take and charge you now.
Notifications that I like. Oh man, I don't want to check it. Yeah, I just miss doing the work that you love, not just being proud of the show.
So yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay guys, I'm back to the end of this video. I never really ended it up yesterday. Got kind of busy playing with capture. But yeah, I did a live stream yesterday, or this night on Stage K. Around 8 this morning, or 8, 9, something, I just fell asleep on the sofa. Because I didn't have my money yet. So I was just laying here and sleeping.
Yeah, right.
Now, however, I'm gonna soon after this video head out and head to till stop by Shell and probably get Shell buns and a hot dog, maybe a coffee, we'll see. And then head to Jan and pick up his USB hub because, well, I need an extra USB hub for this entire shenanigans. And preferably, I'd like to have an extra one for my main computer as well. Which is probably where it's mainly going to be used. But for now it's going to be used on this setup because USB sticks and audio interfaces and all of that. And especially if I manage to find a good deal on 2 touchscreens, then, well, I'm going to need USBs for that. Well, just to include it real quick in the video if you're curious, well, USB hub right here. So we got my Stream Deck, my Scarlett, and my mouse, and then my 2 USB sticks right there. And then later on down the road will come touchscreens, potentially other external hardware like say a hello, off, like say a commander wing, whatnot. So yeah, so that's where we are. Now back to the ending of this video.
Less bright than if you're looking at it.
So yeah.
And so that's the effect that is happening here. Is that even though it is bouncing
So
off here and technically,
obviously thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This has been kind of an everything video, I would say.
really cool bonus unintended feature. Okay, let's get back to the video.
Because I don't even know if I started a new episode or if this is still the old video where we also were on town. I have no idea. But yes, this video has probably been long enough by this point, unless I split it up. So I would say thank you guys for watching. Because if you liked the video, like would be greatly appreciated, and as always check out links down below for my socials and all of that. And until further notice, stay tuned to stay awesome.